what's going on? 2 streams in a row and we are live. I made it. We must be in a bull market or something, huh? I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just bugging you. But one thing, for all the gifted subs that went out yesterday, we sure don't have a lot of green in the chat. What's going on with that? I'm just kidding. I'm bugging you guys again. What's happening? How you guys all doing? It is Sunday. And it is time to, yes, Andres 23007, you are right. It is time to smash that like button. If you haven't yet, hit that like button. We have 73 viewers. We should have 73 likes. Am I right or what? Come on, unless you guys just don't like the live streams, and then it's a sad day and I'm just going to have to go cry in a corner. I'm just kidding. So, what are you guys up to? What's happening? Let's do a quick roll call. I see a bunch of ats happening. This is our AMA, so ask questions. We'll try to answer them and see what happens. So just at me and all that stuff you got to do to get my attention. You know, sometimes it's pretty hard because I miss a lot of things, even if it's a big fat super chat. It's like, oh, sorry about that. And Fudweiser has to get my attention. But here we go. We got Savage White Zero. What's going on? Hey, how come it doesn't have all the stuff early on? It doesn't scroll up all the way and I'm on live chat. What's happening? Anyway, Savage White Zero, what's going on? Andres 23007, Chuck Danger 83, what's happening? Alvadas Jogabakis, what's going down? Ogre MGTOW, Michael, hey wait, that is the top, isn't it? Michael, anyone making $1 million off of Pyron today? Definitely not me. Fudweiser, what's going on? Leon Kanish, Tyken, Tim I am Crypto, what's happening? Scrolling through. Skirm's in the house. What's happening? Skirm, Ogre. Oh, I said Ogre MGTOW, but I'm just going to say it again. Black Sales, Eric Duff. Scrolling. What do we got? First time 13. What's going on? Crypto Freak Coin. What's happening? The Pirate. Sorry if I repeat your name, guys, but you know, maybe you're special. Just keep saying it. Aussie J Mining and Crypto. What's going on? Oh, it just jumped on me. Rob FRC. Dan Rolls 81. Downrolls? MIC? Epic CPU will keep raising. Raising as in price? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, that prices are going up. It's crazy how much the Epics. Now, a month or two ago, it was pretty much a better situation getting an Epic or a dual Epic versus building your own mining rigs like out of the consumer grade with your 3.5 and I guess now the 7000 series. But due to the recent price increases of them Epic CPUs, it's not really giving you much of an advantage anymore for cost to hash and stuff. You're better off building those consumer grade ones now because it's actually cheaper than that. But I don't know, the Epics, are they doubled now? I don't even know if they're doubled. Maybe not that high, but they've gone up quite a bit and they're continuing to go up. Javid's squeeze. He's confused what to mine. I know, you don't know. Everything's like this. You can get profit anywhere. You don't know what's going to pump and what's going to drop. It's crazy. Let's look at a few things. Now, one thing, I kind of missed it. Yesterday, I don't know where my screenshot is. I lost it. Maybe it's if I bring up my other chat here. If I go in my desktop, do I have it? Yeah, right here. It's easier to find it this way. So I don't know if you guys seen this. I posted it around a little bit. Let's zoom in. This is yesterday. I put my 4090 on NiceHash. Look at that. Over $7 on NiceHash mining the Octopus algorithm. That is Conflux. That is insane. That was huge. I was like, whoa, look at this thing. And look what I named my rig, though. See my rig name? You people got a chuckle out of that one. But 4090, burn house down. Because I don't know if these connectors are going to melt. This uses a lot of power. I threw in my Octa rig. I had to remove the A2000s because they don't have enough memory to support the DAG and stuff. So yeah, I think you need at least 8 megabytes there, and those are only 6. So I removed them, put in the 3090. So I have, it wasn't a full, it was like 8 or 9 cards of 3090, then all the 3060 Ti's, 3070, 3080s. I was using over 2,000 watts. I looked at my wall there with my CPU rigs. I was usually around, you know, 5,000 watts or something. I saw 7,100 watts. I was like, whoa, I got to shut this down now. This is bad. You know, I was almost at the 100% max on that 30 amp. And I was like, okay, goodbye. Not turning these things on. See you later. But yeah, it was looking pretty good there for a little bit here. If we jump back into hashrate.no right now, let's have a look at some stuff. I'm going to do a refresh here. And we can see for, is this the 4090? Yeah, I'm on the 4090. I'm just going to go back into it. It's still saying Pyron is the top coin again. But Nice Hash Octopus was coming up top if you clicked on the GPU, but now it looks like it's kind of dropping down in profitability. Now, I haven't used this website for a while, but it looks like hashrate.no. I don't know which one's actually accurate, but I'm going to refresh or do another calculation here. Good old what to mine, calculate that, and it is pretty close here. Looking at the, where is it? Not Ironfish, Octopus, 120 mega hash. I was doing about 127 or something, so maybe I should adjust that to 127. I don't know what my power was because it was in my workstation, but the software was saying, I don't even remember what it was saying, honestly. I don't remember. It's 240 something maybe, but it is using more power regardless. So I'm just going to calculate again based on the hash rate I had. And it's saying Conflux directly is now $5.55 if you had free power, $4.81 at 11 cents per kilowatt hour, which is now higher than Nice Hash is paying. So mining Conflux directly looks like the better option. We got Ironfish is actually doing good too. Look at Ironfish, guys. This is a 4090, obviously, depending where you live. And the versions you get, you know, I paid $2,200 Canadian for mine. I think that's about $1,600 USD. It is the Founders Edition, straight out of Best Buy, MSRP. But, you know, $2 a day here, $1.44 if you had after power. And what is that? What's it doing for hash rate? So 53 gigahash at 300. It's not using, I don't think it's using 320 watts. It's not that much, is it? Regardless, so I got an FPGA. You may hear a little hissing or something right beside me, the C1100, and that thing is using 75 watts right now, and it's around 50 or 60 gigahash at 75 watts. So, you know, about a little over actually the 4090 on Ironfish at way less power, depending on how much power the 4090 is actually using on Ironfish. But, you know, I am mining Ironfish on those FPGAs. As you can see right here, I got over 200 gigahash, 181 on the average. I'm getting around 4 to 5 coins a day. I'm set my payouts to 2, and I'm getting about 2.5. I'm getting about 2 payouts a day here. So I am been stacking some Ironfish for a while, so hopefully it does something. But yeah, Conflux has been seeing, here's the past 7 days, looking not too bad. Some nice little pump here going on. Now, who knows why? Anyone have an idea? Is there some announcement coming? There are rumors from the past here that this happened. I think it was on Conflux, maybe it was something else, but out of nowhere the hash spiked on, I think it was Conflux, on Conflux before an announcement. No one knew why, no one knew anything. It was like insider people going on here. Hash rate spiked, and then like a week or two later there was an announcement, and then all of a sudden the coin kind of exploded. So is that happening again? Has anybody heard anything that's about to happen with Conflux? Because out of nowhere the hash rate just started spiking over the past couple days, and rental orders and everything is up. Here's the past 1 day, we can see that happen. Now it's kind of coming down. If we look at the 1 year, where was it a year ago? It was at 45 cents. And then obviously the all-time high here for Conflux was in early 2021 at $1.54. Do you think Conflux could ever hit that again? Imagine if it hits it again. Right now we're only hanging out at 19 cents. So if it could hit $1.54, like, what is that? $1.54. 1.54, divide that by 0.19. You know, that's 8 times. This thing could, if it hits an all-time high from right now, we could see an 8x price increase on Conflux moving into the next bull market. Will that happen again? That's the gamble none of us know is ever going to happen. Will this coin, will that coin, will any coin hit its all? Well, obviously a lot are going to hit their all-time highs. Some are going to go higher, but there are going to be coins that don't see those all-time highs. So that's the gamble here. Going back in the live chat, Andre 23007, why is the stream only 720p? Because my internet sucks. That was an easy question to answer. No, but no, for real, my internet sucks, and I think I'm getting ripped off by my internet. So I got a new line. If you guys followed me last week, heard my stream, you know, last Friday I did get another internet in because I'm pretty much maxed out on my main line. So I got one just for the house and streaming and stuff. We don't have really good internet out here for options. So the package I got here, it's about 100 down. The test show about 113 down, and it's only 10 up. Now, when I first got it, it was 13 up, but the past few days it's been laggy. The download has been good, but the upload has only been 3 to 4. Now that can hardly support 720. I need at least 6 megabytes up to support 1080, or I would be at 1080p here, but I need at least 6 to support that when streaming. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? I have a feeling, because most people, like, they don't really care. They look at their download speed. All right, it's awesome. It's looking good. But I need upload speed. And looking at it, it almost looks like they're limiting me. Because when I go to it, it hits like 3.4, 3.5. Sometimes, it hits 5 once in a while, but it locks. It's like, it's not like it's throttling. It's like it hits a line and just stops there. I think they're blocking me when I'm supposed to be at least 10, but a lot of people don't care about upload speed. They don't even think about it. And I'm going to call them later today and say, hey, you know what? This was giving me 13 when I first got it. 2 days later, it started getting laggy. Now I'm only getting like 3 to 5. What's the issue? And the plan is supposed to be 10, but I think they are secretly limiting there because it's hitting like a wall. It's not like it's laggy, it's going up and down and being dumb. The connection's strong, it hits a wall, it just won't go past it. It's crazy. So I think they're doing some bad stuff to me, and I'm just going to call and be like, hey, what's going on, guys? But yeah, that's why I'm at 720p, because we'd be lagged out like crazy right now. Yep, really fuzzy for me. Can't see screens. No, really? It's really, really bad? I'm going to try to hit the refresh button here on the stream as well. I don't know why. But the quality was better yesterday, wasn't it? Maybe they're limited even more today. I'm going to give them a call. These guys are being horrible. Yeah, refresh didn't do anything either. Horrible stuff. You're kind of getting ripped off. Yeah, I know. It's horrible living out in the country because, like, we don't really have internet options, and it sucks. That really sucks. And here I get 700 up and down and don't even upload anything. Oh, I wish I had 700 up and down. Yeah, it's horrible. Oh, absolutely horrible. I hate the internet here. What do we got? Scrolling through here. We got Jock. Okay. It's fine for Power Minds Crypto says it's good for him. Hey, Power Minds, what have you been up to? I haven't seen you around for a while. Getting back into crypto because the prices are coming up. Tommy Coin, what is the better project between Chlor AI and Neri AI? Honestly, I have no idea. They're both on Kapow, so they suck. No, I'm just kidding. They don't suck. But no, they both have features. I don't really know what's going on behind Nero AI. I do know that Chlor is like a service that you can mine stuff on and rent stuff and all sorts of stuff. But as for Neri, I don't know. Like, I never really looked into any of these blockchain types. I just look at what's profitable, I mine it, and then I sell it, buy more hardware, and do whatever, right? But yeah, I'm not really sure project wise what the better project is. I haven't really looked into either of them. I usually stay away from Kapow because they burn up your cards. Will Epic prices go down or not anytime soon? Zapirate, that is a great question. I have no idea. I did try to message the supplier guy that I used to get mine, and he just said there's huge demand in China, prices up. That's pretty much what he said. Huge demand, prices up. So I have no idea. I don't know. And this is what happens. Like, we're going to start seeing all the ASIC miners, all sorts of stuff. Prices are going to start increasing as we get closer to that bull run. And as we're in the bull run, things are just going to explode. Obviously, it depends on demand and stuff, but ASIC prices, no matter what, they're going to start going up. As for the GPU side and the CPU side, it's just going to come down to the demand that things are. When it comes to the Epic series, yeah, the demand looks like it's going up in China. Now, I don't know if it's all related to CPU mining or other things, but it's just going up in general. Yeah, I can't really tell what Neri AI is doing, but I haven't dug too much. Yeah, neither have I. Like, do they have a marketplace or anything on their website? Like, I guess we can kind of have a look at that. Let's see, NEA or NAE? How do you spell it? It must be NAU. How do you spell Neri AI? What is it? I don't even know how to spell Neri. Let's just go to Kapow here. Let's go to Kapow algorithms. There it is. That was easy to find. Scroll down. They should have their website listed here somewhere, right there. All right, let's have a look here. Neri AI. They're connecting the real world with blockchain. Well, okay, so we're in the real world. We're connected. Okay. What is this? And the one chosen, so something to do with Raven coin as well, which contains everything we're looking for and allows us, okay. So our initial needs is to create narratives where based fundamental principles, robust and proven code, proof of work, ASIC resistant, ASIC, assets to manage, good documentation and libraries to have a good start. What? How to buy it. First thing, how to buy our coin. Very first one. Tokenomics, community. Well, I guess we could read the white paper. I don't really want to do that. UTXO model. Do they have plans of testing? And so there's going to be some NFTs coming in Q2 of 2024. Stage 8 2025. Test LoRa satellite. What? Satellite stuff. Big code update. Stress IoT test. So they're turning into helium. I don't know if that's helium, but you know, LoRa satellites. Yeah, I don't know. You know, long term, maybe something could happen. Like, that's what we mean. We need a lot of these coins to really mature. 2029. That's another big reason I feel 2029 is going to be a bigger option for GPUs, because we're going to have a lot of these coins really start to mature. Now, this is stage 8. This is going to happen Q1 of the main bull market. So this is actually interesting if they hold to it. This stage might be good for Nuri towards the end of 2025, when Bitcoin usually does hit that all-time high. So interesting. Definitely something to keep an eye on. See exactly what they got going on. What they got going on, no idea. All I know is they're on Kapow. Super Micro and Epic 7B12 most performance. So no more of a choice. Now the 7B12 is pretty good. I think it's a little cheaper, isn't it? I'm not sure what the hash rate on the 7B12. I think it's slightly less of the 7742, isn't it? Or is it a slightly higher base clock speed? I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked in that. I know Weed Farm Mining, he's got a bunch of those. He loves them. Those are really good ones for sure. Is there a workaround to decrease the rejection rate on NiceHash when mining with a KS2? I don't know. I doubt it. It's a NiceHash thing, I'm assuming. I'm not really sure, actually. Maybe you can set a higher difficulty, because maybe it's finding a bunch of lower difficulty shares, which usually cause rejected shares. Don't you have a 3-slot X16? The stupid heart's in the way. I can't see. Epic? I think it is. I think it's a 3-slot. I'm not sure. Why? I'm not putting GPUs in my CPU mining rigs. I'm not falling trap into an expensive proof of useful work build that's not really doing that good still. Like, I don't know. My rigs that I have the chance to do proof of useful work, maybe I'll transition over if it looks good, but I really can't see the cost to build one of those rigs and everything you need for something right now versus just CPU mining with it. I just don't see it make worthwhile, on top of adding extra fees and more power and stuff like that. I would like to get 20 GPU work on one. That would be something interesting. Techman, yeah, I agree with that part. Just to play around and do something fun, I think it would be fun to try to get 20 plus GPUs onto a single motherboard with a big Epic like that. That would be something interesting to try for sure. But to actually do the proof of useful work thing and do all that and, you know, maybe only gain like an extra couple coins, I don't feel that's worth the play. Nobody has done it lately. Yeah, I know no one has. Well, when was the last Panda did a 19 GPU one? But that was a while ago. But it would be fun. I think it would be a fun experiment. But I think I have all the proper splitters and everything too. I got to check on my power supplies. I should have enough just to throw all my cards in. But yeah, that would be fun for sure. I'd definitely love to try that to see how it would go. You know, how many GPUs do I even have? I don't even know if I have enough. Yeah, I think I have 20 some GPUs. That would be a good experiment. Just load that Epic up with massive amounts of GPUs and see how many we can get running. That would be pretty bomb. Pyron dipped in profit. Yeah, for sure. Did he try 20 or was it 19? He got the 19 to go, didn't he? I can't remember. Oh. I'm sorry I haven't been around, been doing live stream stuff, mining, actually going live in about 30 to talk about Locatech pre-orders, and I'm only 20 subs away from having 200. Oh, awesome, Power Mines. Almost at 200 subs. You're at 180. That's pretty sweet. Could you suggest another 2 INE? Techman, not a lot comparing. RPM never fit. Okay, we went to that. I might try on rig. I have everything including 256. Yeah, John Francois Aubin. Give it a shot. See how it goes. Scroll through any ads. Okay, you guys are talking away. So what else can we look at right now? Let's take a look at, we're going to get rid of Nuri here. Oh, let's talk about some other things here. So, you know, it's really not relevant to mining and stuff. But as most of you guys are aware, we did hit 50,000 subscribers. So there is going to be a giveaway coming up. I want to do it. Maybe I'll do it on the next live stream Saturday. I'll make a video sometime this week. But I'm going to do a quick poll here because Gunthis, you guys may be aware, Mindshop. You guys know Gunthis from Mindshop right here? Mindshop in Europe. Gunthis, you guys know him? Most likely. He's been around for a long time. I remember watching his videos with Ethereum around. He was comparing. He had rigs loaded up with 5700 XTs, Samsung versus Hynix memory, and how the Samsung ones were like doing it at so much more efficiency at the same setting. They're like, I remember watching all those videos and stuff. But anyway, he is actually going to put in $1,000 in Ethereum of all coins. It's just what they have in their budget, guys. Don't get mad. Don't kill the messenger. But he's going to give away $1,000 to a giveaway on the channel here for my 50,000 subscribers, as well as Christmas. He said he was being generous. I'm thinking about doing maybe like some 24-hour hash rates giveaway for, you know, for CPU mining. I'll throw my entire CPU farm to someone's address for 24 hours. Maybe I'll give away $100 in Zeph or something as well. I'm still thinking what to do there. But about the Gunthis' 1,000 USD. Now, I wanted to ask you guys, and I'm going to ask this in the video as well, is do you guys want just one lump sum, one winner get $1,000, or should we do two winners for $500 or something? Remember, Ethereum fees are high, and it might work out to be like, you know, if it's $500, it might be like $480, or if it's $1,000, it might end up being like $980 or $960 or something like that. Remember, because, you know, Ethereum is just steals all your funds through transfers. But that's one thing we were looking at. So I was just wondering, you know, give me an idea in the live chat. Do you guys think we should do one quick one, or should we do like two draws of 500 each or something? So one lucky turkey. Fundamental says one lucky turkey, one winner, two. So I'm gonna ask this. Looks like a lot of you guys are just saying one lucky turkey, which, you know, is reasonable for sure. You know, it'd be nice to be, yes, my name called, $1,000. Awesome. You know, that'd be a huge smile on someone's face. 750, 150, 100. Chalkbook miner. Two. I see two. So I'm just trying to feel the market right now. Again, sometime this week, maybe. Not tomorrow. I got a bunch of stuff lined up for tomorrow I got to do. But, you know, in the next couple days here, I'll release the video with some details. I'll ask the question again. But yeah, we're going to have 1,000 USD giveaway in Ethereum. I can swap it to any coin that I want, he said, but then that'll just be more fees. I think it would probably, to get you guys the most, it'll probably be best just to send straight Ethereum probably at that point, instead of doing even more swapping to other coins on top of it. Like I said, maybe I'll give away like $100 in Zeph as well. I'm going to give away 24 hours of my full mining farm hash rate. So if you don't know, that's all these right here. In Hive OS, it's about 588 kilohash. Plus, I got my workstation, which is off right now. I got the other PC. It's around 630, 640 kilohash worth of hash rate for any coin that you want. It doesn't have to be Zeph or anything. I'll just take a look if it has an average hash rate. Actually, it probably doesn't, because I was on some other coins, Subi and stuff the other day. It doesn't want to load for me. Thanks a lot, internet. But yeah, so I'll be sending this out. You know, I'm also going to do something for the members only. So they'll have their own, members will be acceptable in all the draws, and then the members will also be in their own draw within their own smaller pool for a higher chance as well at, you know, getting this. So I guess I'll be giving away a couple days of hash rate, stuff like that. But I'm still kind of trying to plan everything out, see what I can do and stuff without going bankrupt and things. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're thinking about right now. Zeph be legit. I've been making money on that. Awesome. 640 kilohash. Yeah, I'm up there. We're getting up there. Now, if Bitmain would release firmware, I'd be around what? I'd be around 800 kilohash. And then that's my goal. My goal is to try to get around that 1 mega hash on RandomX. I think that's a pretty sweet hash rate goal to hit. That's a lot of rigs, though. That's a lot of rigs to get 1 mega hash on RandomX. So I still got a ways to go for that. It's a ways away. But I'm playing the language game with the TV. Bunch of illegals want to watch in Spanish, and I keep flipping it back to English. What? Ogre MGT, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. Rabid, did you did you keep your Hive mapper? What do you mean, did I keep it? Of course I kept it. I got that thing rolling all the time. That thing's awesome. I love that Hive mapper. I don't know what you mean by keep it. Did you keep your Hive mapper? The mappers, yes. Yes, I kept my Hive mappers. I got them both. Got one going out the front, one going out the side. I just set up the second one there probably only like 4 days ago or something. So, yeah, that thing's awesome. I love it. It's wicked. Links in the description if you guys want a Hive mapper, because that thing's making bank. My plan is to hold to the bull run. I'm gonna wait till 2025, see what it spikes to, and then I'm legitly gonna try to buy myself 1 or 2 vehicles. Technically, I could get one right now. It already made enough to buy a brand new, like right off the lot, 2024, like brand. Like I'm not looking at something fancy like a Lambo or anything, but like, you know, nice, efficient gas, not a gas guzzler, you know, a Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, something like that. You know, I could walk into the lot right now, sell all my Hive coins, my honey, and go buy a car right now. I could, but I'm waiting for the bull run. Then maybe I'll get 2. You know, one for the wife and stuff, because you know they want a Jeep and stuff. So I'm just gonna wait for the bull run, see what actually happens with honey, and then go from there. But that's my legit plan with the Hive mapper in general, is to just get some new vehicles out of it, and we'll see if it actually works out. That thing's awesome. I'm playing okay, we went through that. Bro, you rich? No, just hit 120 kill. Oh, nice. You hit 120 kill hash. Nice. Remember, guys, it's an ongoing process. Like I've said my story a few times. I should make a video on it one of these days. But my whole crypto experience started. I started originally with a gaming channel on YouTube, and I've been neglecting it a lot lately. I went on a spur and started making videos every day alongside mining videos for a good couple weeks, and then I take a break because I get busy with everything over here. But I started on a gaming channel, and just in my off time when I wasn't playing games, I had a 3900X with a 2060 KO, and they would mine on Nice Hash and other coins just while I wasn't gaming and when I went to sleep and stuff. And eventually, over 1 year's time, the CPO alone mining XMR, it made enough to build my first dedicated CPU mining rig. I was like, wow, this is actually pretty sweet. And then from there, you know, instead of 1 year, it took 6 months to build my second dedicated CPU rig. And then from there, it just keeps speeding up because I don't count the ROI of a single object. You know, you go look at a 4090, oh, that's going to ROI in 800 days. That's going to ROI in 400 days. Bull run comes, the ROI turns out to only be like 40 days. Like, you know, you never know. You never count an ROI in a bear market to start with. But I don't count it on single unit. I count as my farm as a whole. I treat crypto, and it's probably not a good strategy. Maybe it is. I treat it like, you ever played the crypto mining simulator game? You never play that? You know, you get in there, you get one GPU, it takes forever to get your next one, and forever to get your next one, forever to get your next one. But eventually, you start using all your profits into more hardware, and you're earning more and more and more each day. And then eventually, you hit a level where you hit this peak. And from that point on, it's like you're just buying something. You just have so much money, you don't know what to do with. Now, I'm nowhere near that point of the state of the game yet, because in the games, you don't have to deal with network hash rates increase and things like that. And obviously, absurd power bills and power costs going up. But in general, it's the same thing. I don't look at a single ROI. I just keep using my farm's profits to look at something. So in theory, right now, you know, I go out and I build a 7900X. People's like, what's the ROI? That's all I see whenever I put a build together. What's the ROI? What's the ROI? And do what I say? I say, you know what? My farm could pay it off in 4 days. So that's my ROI, 4 freaking days. I wouldn't have got to that point if I looked at an ROI and said, oh, that's 2 years, that's 3 years, which is still better than 90% of the business plans out there. An ROI in like major business and corporations is 3 to 5 years. And people are complaining about an ROI of 2 years. So really think about that. So if I thought that mentality, oh, the ROI is over a year, I'm not buying it. And now I'm looking at it and I slowly grow. Now, you know, my entire farm could build a new rig every 4 days. I would never have got to that point if I just looked at the single ROI of one single unit. It makes 0 sense to do so. So when I start hearing those comments of people asking me about ROI, I just ignore it and say, I'm going to pay it off in 4 days. I'm going to pay that one off in 6 days. And they're like, how? Does it matter? It doesn't matter. It just will. So that's how I look at everything when in my mining. And that's how I did it. I used my entire farm. As I slowly grew, I started earning more and more through mining. And then I just threw that towards more hardware, throw it towards more hardware. And that's how you do begin to expand. You also got to look at efficiencies and other things. Like Coastal Crypto was actually mentioning something earlier. I said, everyone throw away your L7s because the Logitech Hashblades are going to release. So we don't know if they're actually going to release. We're seeing more pre-orders everywhere, but you really got to think about it. So when it comes down to efficiency and stuff, there's the argument. There's still a lot of people using L7s, or L3 pluses, for sure. But they're not profitable. They're burning way too much power, especially for a home miner. Now think about it. We do the majority of our mining in a bear market, not the bull run. The bull run is when we usually take most of our profits and stuff. But we do the most of our mining in a bear market, which means you need efficiencies. Prices are low. You're not going to be able to cover your power costs and stuff. Or, maybe you're rich and you have a wicked job and you can just cover power out of pocket. I don't do that. I paid all my power with mined crypto. That's why my GPUs have been off, because I would have been lost. I would have been losing money, not expanding through the bear market. Sure, moving forward to things pumping now, it would have been worthwhile, 100%. But I wasn't able to do that. So I do look for efficiencies. And now say we have Jazz Miner script miners coming. We got Logitechs coming. We got the new L9 coming. If that's the worst mine, we could see a double to triple network hash rate across script. So now what if an L7 drops in the next bear market down to only making $2 a day, say? Because right now they're only at like $8, and now we're going to see possible a double in hash rate or something. Who knows if your power price is going to go up? So now you're making $2 a day after power off 3,400 watts. When I could run 3,400 watts of something a lot more efficient and make 20x more per day. That's where I'm coming from, where efficiency matters. And you probably don't want an L7 in through the next cycle if we're coming in with twice the efficiency and different type of miners coming out. Yes, the L7 is technically still profitable, but it just doesn't make sense. And that's how I run my operation, is I look at the efficiencies. I try to make the most per watt, not just, whoa, this miner's, it's profitable, I'm going to run it. It's profitable. No, it's not. GPUs right now, some of them are making $1.50 a day and stuff, but they're using quite a bit more power. So I actually still can't run them because my CPUs are actually making more per watt than what the GPUs, even though they look like they're coming up. So I still have to keep those things turned off. So that's the way I look at things. It doesn't mean it's the right way. It doesn't mean it's the wrong way. Just do what's right for the way you run your mining farms. That's just me. That's just my 2 cents on the situation and how I do it. Is the mining game on Steam? Yes, it is on Steam. I actually had a couple of videos. I used to have, I did a mini series, only lasted a couple weeks and I gave up on it. But every Friday I used to release Let's Play Crypto Mining Simulator game. And I used to release a video of that on the channel here. We were just playing around. And I remember one episode, I was like, look, I'm like Panda now. And I just had like a mess of, I just had GPUs and racks just stacked up to the roof. It was kind of funny. But yeah, it's a really fun game. There's also the Roblox one, Bitcoin Miner Beta. That one's a lot of fun too. Anyway, continuing on about this. I'm going to scroll up, see if I missed anything. GPU mining getting back profitable. Yes, Andres 23, GPUs are starting to get profitable. We kind of looked at that earlier. Let's have another look here. What to mine here. Let's just look at, let's look at a 3070 because obviously a lot of people don't have 4090s out there. Where's the 3070? Click, okay, remove. Where's 3070? Where you at? Where you at? Wait, 570? Come on. I haven't used this for so long, and now I just can't use it at all. There we go, 3070. Let's calculate that. 11-cent power. Boom. Conflux. $1.83 after power. $2.30 if you had free power. You can do the same thing. We'll go to nice hash. We'll go to hashrate.no. Check out the 3070. What's it telling us over here? And it looks like Conflux plus Radiant is making $1 profit. There's a big difference here. Which one is actually correct? So that'll be another interesting situation moving forward. Here we got Conflux plus Radiant. Now, technically, you're going to be using how much power? 172? Yeah, you're using a lot more power. So that's another reason why I don't dual mine. Yeah, you're mining 2 different coins, getting a bag out of each, but you're kind of losing hash rate on both sides of the equation and using more power. So I don't do this, but a lot of people do like doing the dual mining thing. I don't like it. But Conflux, you see only 140 watts, 93-cent profit. Depending on your power bill, this could actually increase if you have a lot of cards like myself. because it's what is that, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 30 watts, 30 times 12, 30 times 50. You know, you could be using an additional 1,000 watts depending on your farm, which could push my power price from 11 cents upwards to 12 cents. So there's a lot of other scenarios going on that you can't just look at this and be like, okay, I'm going to go with this. But then you got to calculate what's going on. You got to look at how your power is actually priced out and different things like that. But we can see that hash rate.no is showing quite a bit less in profitability than what to mine. But I think what to mine's on the 24-hour average, isn't it? Let's change this to 20. Can we do that? Profit 24 hours. See if it changes it around. Okay, so now profit 24 hours. We do see nice hash is up top here at 93 cents. Pyrons in second, 64. Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways. I like to look at the current so you know exactly what's going on with the latest like hash rate that's coming onto the network and stuff. But yeah. All right, scrolling on. What do we got here? RX 580. You want to see the RX 580? Let's take a look at the 580. What's the 580 doing? 580. 11 cent calculation. We got oh man, poor 580. So the 580, the Polaris GPUs, is negative 7 cents, negative 11 cents. So you might be able to find them for 20 bucks, 50 bucks, but it doesn't mean it's a good idea. They're very inefficient GPUs. They're getting very old at this time. That's the same thing leading into, 2029 and stuff. 3070s could be like Polaris by the time. Who knows what the next gens of NVIDIAs are going to do. We could be seeing, 3 times the hash rate on their GPUs using the same or less power than what the 3070 is using right now. It's going to be insane. So these are other things you got to keep in mind. Just because a GPU is cheap doesn't mean it's a good thing to purchase it, unless, maybe there are people out there with only 1-2 cent power. They don't care about that. You can buy the cheapest crap you can find, throw it on and be profitable. It doesn't matter. But as a home miner, most of us have, a lot of you guys, at least 15 cent plus power. Some of you guys in Europe are like 30 to 40 cents. So, you really have to be very careful on what you buy. It's not always if a price is decent or not, because just because the price is good, you could end up losing out. Unless you run a scalping business, and then when prices on hardware picks up, you can definitely probably double or triple what you paid for it, and then get your money back by selling it to someone else. Rabid, do you have an X1? If so, you're using the orange Pi with it. Yes, I do have an X1 and I do use the Pi with it, but it's all boxed up, wrapped up, ready to go. So I am sending out all my ETH ASICs. If you guys caught that video last week, you know about it, but I'm sending my Jazz Miners X16. I'm sending the X4Q, the X41U. That's the mosquito miner, which I also dubbed the bathroom miner. That's all heading out to hosting. The X1, the iPollo V1H, that's the Hydro one, 850 mega hash one. The iPollo V1 Mini, the gold one. The Mini Classic, the Mini Classic Plus, and the SC and SE Plus. So pretty much every iPollo ETH miner, all the Jazz miners, everything, about 6 to 7 gigahash worth of ETH hash rate is all getting sent out for hosting. And that's allowing me to it's giving me some more power options to turn on at the house here. It's also going to where it's a little cheaper power if you're unfamiliar. It's going to a Canadian location, custom computing. I'm actually sending all my stuff out to him, and he's going to be running for me. He just has a shed out of his backyard. He's on hydro. It's a lot cheaper power than what I got here, and I actually have decent power, so it's even going to be even cheaper out there. And then eventually he's going to be expanding his hosting capabilities to like warehouse and stuff sometime in the next year or so. So he's going to have a lot more room. I plan on sending out my Kaspa ASICs and all sorts of stuff. We'll be heading out there. And I'm probably in the end only going to be hosting my own CPUs. And then all my ASICs and everything else will probably just get shipped out that way for cheaper power and stuff. So that's my plan right now, but we'll see what happens. Anything can change at any time. I do notice, though, that we do have 188 viewers and only 85 likes. So someone in chat, let me know what's wrong with that numbers. Someone hit the like button, please. Let's do this. All right, scrolling up. I'm scrolling down, I guess. What do we got here? Went to there, went to the FS22 on pause. Farming Simulator? Is that Farming Simulator 22, Kenneth Williams? That game's awesome. I love that game. I haven't played that one much. That's the new one. I haven't played it much, but you have it on pause. Is that what you're referring to? Chris Hanley, been on NiceHash for about 18 hours on a single 3070 Ti. Earned about $3 now. Nice. Awesome. NiceHash is doing it. Scrolling through, trying to hit all the tags here that people are atting me. Make sure you at me, get my attention to ask me a question. This is an AMA session here. Tim I Am Crypto says, at Rabid, I have direct messaging turned on in Discord and I can't get into your channel. Please look at it. Okay, Tim I Am Crypto, let's fix that right now. So, we're going to come into Discord. We're going to come into here. Oh, that's Rabid's merch. We're scrolling up. Where is it? I'm totally scrolling down. Okay, here we are. Scrolling up. Here we go. Welcome. Tim I Am Crypto. Let's find you. Let's find you. Oh, you're not there. You're not there. You're not there, Tim. I can't find you. Where are you hiding? Message request. Well, here. Oh, Tim underscore. Oh, Tim underscore. Last message was deleted. All right. I got a lot of. Oh, it looks like a lot of people can't get verification right now. Yeah, if you guys can't get verified, make sure you DM me, ask me, say, and talk to me and stuff, so I know you're not a bot. But Tim's in here lying, in here talking. So Tim, how come you're not coming up? Oh, did you leave? You left, didn't you? So your name's not popping up here. Try and join right fast. Really? Oh, here you are. I found you right there. This better be the right one. Miners, done. Done. Enter. Yeah, there you go. That's you. See? I message every time I do that too. I message you back. That way I know I got the right one. Because if I got the wrong one, it's probably a bot, and then I ban them right away. So make sure you talk to me and I get back to you on the right one. So there you go. You should have entry fee now. We fixed that up. You're good to go. Should be good to go. I bypassed you. Oh, you did DM. Yeah, I saw your DM right there. I fixed it now. I didn't get to it. I saw it earlier, but I was busy getting ready for the stream and stuff. I apologize. But yeah, we got you fixed now. Scrolling up. I have direct messaging. Okay, went through there. RX 580 on GR Algo. Is that worth it? I don't know. The GPUs, I don't know about the RX 580 specifically, but I know a lot of the NVIDIA GPUs, 3080s, 3070s, has been decent profitable on the GR. Now, a CPU is still 2x better at least over a GPU on Ghost Rider, obviously, but GPUs have been decently profitable on Ghost Rider, but I don't know exactly how well a 580 actually does. So yeah, I don't know. Hey Rabid, would you recommend a dashcam S and a regular in the vehicle? Would it double my honeypot? Well, in theory, two of them would double it up. It also depends on the roads you're driving, how often. Now, like I said, I've had this thing since early beta. They have done so many better changes to how it used to be now, especially the capability of running two cams instead of having two separate phones on. And now it's all doing it automatically. You just connect and download, yada, yada. It's so much easier now how it used to be. But, the difference between the S and the original, like it is a couple $100 difference in price, but I don't think each camera, they both earn the same. Now, getting the Dashcam S, I do notice it downloads to your phone and stuff a bit faster on the data, so that's kind of awesome there. But again, I still have to do more testing to see if that's actually a thing, or maybe I just didn't map as much or something at the time with that one. But the picture is better. When you see your little camera there, you can see it's a much better picture. So in theory, it is better for the Hive Mapper network to have that. As miners, or you're just looking for something, I know I don't care, I don't want that. If you just got the two cheap models, one in the front, one in the side, you're going to earn the same amount. But I do notice the picture quality is better, as well as the Dashcam S also supports video recording and in 4K to your own personal USB drive. So if that's something you want as well, maybe you got to help out the police sometime, you will have a USB stick that does have full video recording and not just fast image shots like the original Dashcam supports only. So there are different things, but when it comes to pure earnings, they both earn the same amount. So that's all I can really say about that. So it's just get the if you just care about getting the honey and stuff, just get the cheap models, 2 of the cheap models, and you're good to go. If you actually care about some of the other features and higher resolution and looking at some of the stuff sometimes, then the S is the better option. It also takes up a little less space. It's a lot less flatter. It's cooler. It's a lot cooler than the original as well. On the back of it has a little B where the mirror is and everything, or the actual camera. That does get pretty warm, but it's expected. It's a camera. A normal camera gets hot just from being on. You don't need a fan or anything. I do see some people putting fans on that. That's just wasted extra costs. You can just let it run. It's just fine, unless maybe if you live in a desert you might want it, but I've never had any type of overheating issues or anything with that. So again, if you just want straight honey, just get the cheap models. That's all you really need. Play Pixels, good game. And Pixels, I've heard of that. I think I heard of that. I'm hoping profits stay good, but don't think they will for GPUs. It's hard to say. Like I said, I feel 2025 might be a reset for GPUs, but we don't know. The biggest unknown factor we have no idea about is how many GPUs are still waiting to turn on, and we won't know that number until we get closer and farther into the actual bull run, and then we'll know. There's still too many unknowns to determine that, but you know, if every GPU does come back based on, you know, Ethereum hash, then yeah, we're not really going to have any profits in the bull run while mining at the time. You're going to have decent profits if you were mining through the bear market and right now, but say at the peak of the runs and every coin's at its all-time high, we're probably not going to have very good profits if every GPU turns on. We might not even have any profits if every GPU turns back on, but a lot has left. So that's still the number we have to wait and see and to determine how well everything's going to play out, really. I'm hoping, yeah, okay, I just signed up on Discord about 10 minutes ago and worked all right for me. So Curtis Markham, he got in. Yeah, some people seem to get in no problem, and other people have issues with not receiving that. Maybe it's a bot issue. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is sometimes. But yeah, some people have no issue and some people do. Gravedigger 4, do you think a 7600X is a good buy for a beginner miner? When it comes to beginning mining on CPUs, I don't think there's such a thing as a beginner and, you know, expert miner. If you just want to start CPU mining, I would always recommend the 12 or 16 core CPUs. So, you know, the 3900, 3950, the 5900, 5950, or the 7900, 7950. Those are the only ones. Like, especially when you're moving into AM5, they prices have come down huge. I remember my first build when it first came out, the 7950X cost me like $2,200 Canadian to build. I could build a 7950X rig now for like, I don't even know, under $1,000, like 900 maybe for that. And I think the 7900X is Canadian, or like I don't know, it's maybe about 1200 and 900 for the 7900X, but it's like it's almost 50% less than what it used to be. But because if you're planning on the 7600 for the new platform AM5, I would definitely move up to a 7900X, because you don't want to have to buy DDR5 RAM, AM5 motherboards and stuff for a less than, for, you know, an 8-core CPU. I'd rather move it up to a 12-core CPU for that, especially for the other build costs. But AM4 platforms, they're actually coming up quite a bit in cost as well now, the older motherboards. Like when I built all my 3900X rigs, the majority of them, like I was getting motherboards for $70, right? And now like the same motherboards I was getting, my good RAM was like $75. They've almost doubled in price now. You can still find some nice cheap motherboards, but a lot of them don't really have the voltage control that you want and stuff. And AM4 platform has actually gone up quite a bit in price, and it's almost looking like AM5. Again, all depends where you live. I'm just talking about my area in general where I am seeing that it's almost, you know, the price to performance, you're getting it better value out of the 7000 series now, because the prices have come down and AM4 prices have actually gone up quite a bit. Sure, you can get out there and buy like a $200 to $250 3900X easily through the used market, but the rest of the parts is still pretty darn expensive now and going up in price. So it just makes more sense for me to get the more efficient, newer hardware, and then you don't really have to worry about things, brand new warranty guarantees. Now a CPU is next to indestructible. You don't really have to worry about changing pads. You can run them at 80 to 90 degrees constantly and they don't blow up. They're not like a GPU and other things where, oh no, it's running hot, oh, quit on me. You know, a CPU they're next to being indestructible. You know, a CPU will outlast your longest lasting thing in your GPU rig. Most likely will probably be the CPU in it. We're still running old CPUs in our GPU mining rig. So that's one thing to keep in mind as well, is they'll pretty much run forever. Now watch tomorrow. Sorry guys, my 3900X blew up. Oh, that would suck. Anyway, yeah, so to answer that, Gravedigger, I would go with, like, if you're looking at a 7600X, I'd just go with a 7900X. Can you mix GPUs together in the same rig, different brands of the 3070? Yeah, no problem. You can mix. You can put Intel, you can put NVIDIA, you can put anything together. Different brands of 3070s. You can put 3070s with 3060 Ti's. Like my Octa.X12, it had some A2000s in it. It's got some 3060 Ti's. It's got a 3090. It's got a 3080. It's got a 3070. Like, it's mixed all over the place. It's just that when you set your overclock settings, make sure you do set each individual GPU based on the GPU it has. Now, if you can also mix NVIDIA with AMD cards, but make sure you're using the proper miner. You're also then going to have to set certain GPU devices to run off each thing, you know, off each individual miner and so on. You know, there's a lot more work involved with running a mixed rig, but it 100% can be done. Yes, for sure. Yeah, that has been my hang up on buying more CPUs, torn between AM4 and AM5. Also, yes, AM4 is still decently pricey now. Yeah, totally. RAB100, it's because the AM4, the production is much less now and more of the AM5 is being made. The price is flipped. Yeah, for sure. Now, the big thing here is I'm really curious about what's going to happen. Like AM5, I'm assuming is going to come out next year, probably. Maybe it's going to wait in the following year. I don't know. But the AM5 platform is supposed to last 3 generations. So right now we're on the first generation of the 7000 series. So in theory, it's supposed to go up to the 8000 series and the 9000 series. AM4 was only 2 generations, 3 and 5000 series, and then they went to 7. So AM5 is supposed to last 3, so a long time. So once they release the 8000 series and even later on down the road, the 9000 series, prices are going to be very cheap. We're going to see gamers ditching 7000 series like crazy. We should see, depending on supply chains and stuff like that, but we're talking years out at that point, especially if we're talking about 9000 series. But if 8000 series releases next year, we're going to see probably very cheap DDR5 RAM. We already seen, like, someone in what was it? Keaton got DDR, like, oh my gosh, Micro Center. If you live by a Micro Center, I would live there. I would live in that store. So he gets deals all the time. I think he just built like 10 7000 series rigs the other day. He got DDR5 RAM for $14 for 2 sticks. $14 USD. I was like, oh my gosh. He was picking up motherboards for under $100. Like, it was insane. He finds so many open box deals. He probably built 3 rigs for the price of 1 rig. Is what I'm saying. I'm like, you know what are import fees? I almost want him to go out there and buy out the store and ship it to me, and it'll probably be cheaper. Like, oh my gosh. But if you live by a Micro Center, oh my gosh, they have so many deals. It is insane. Maybe it depends on the Micro Center. I don't know if he's like by a warehouse Micro Center where they send all the garbage. I have no idea, but he has so many good deals. I can't believe it. But yeah, you know, it all depends where you live and what you can find around you too. RAB100, I heard you can do HiveOS with a bunch of rigs at 3% fee instead of $3 a month. Could you do a video on how? At a 3% fee? Oh, are you referring to the Hive on Pool thing? I remember I tried working numbers. I don't remember how that actually worked out. I think paying the fee per month was cheaper than the percent on the pool. I think that only works if you mine on the Hive on pools they support. So your GPU rigs, you know, you can cover your costs by mining on the pool through the pool fees, but then they take 3% of your revenue. or you could pay $3 per rig. So maybe you'll have to do calculations depending on the rig that you have and the hash rate it has. So which one would actually be cheaper, the $3 for that rig or the 3%? Like example, say you were mining Carlson and they opened up a Carlson pool and you had 12 rig of 4090s, which would be beast mode. You would probably be spending a lot more if they were taking 3% of your fee than paying $3 of a monthly fee. I think that's what you're referring to, is using the pools. But I think there's a lot of calculations I think that have to go into that. So I can look into it, but I think it's very wide on determining what rig you have, what coin you're mining, and things like that. Walking into Micro Center can get expensive. Yeah, that's like walking into Costco. You know how that goes. Oh yeah, good deals, bulk, nice. Oh yeah, cheapest per amount. And then you walk out there with you get 4 things and you spent like $800. You're like, oh my gosh, why did I even go to that store? Yeah, that's Micro Center at times. It's so much cheaper, but you're bankrupt by the time you leave. What do we got here? DJ Mines, I got the $499 deal from Micro Center, DDR5 RAM, 12,900K, and a Z970 micro. Whoa, motherboard, all that for $499? Nice. That's a nice deal. Why'd you go with Intel though? What's the matter, DJ? I'm just kidding. I'm bugging you. Walkie. Okay. See, look at all you guys. I live near Micro Center. I don't. I live nowhere near one. I live in Canada. There's no Micro Centers here. The closest thing to Micro Center we have is Memory Express. And they never have anything in stock. And when they do, it's expensive. But yeah. If you need anything from Micro Center, I got you. But that's the one thing I'm wondering about. I wonder what the import fees and shipping costs are to Canada. And if it actually works. I remember I was going to get... one of my mods in Discord, he was going to sell me some of his AM4, the Gaming X Pluses. He was going to sell them for me for I can't remember, it's cheap. It's like 40 or 50 bucks. And then to Canadian, that would have worked out to be like 80 or 90 bucks or something. And then shipping and import fees. It would have ended up being more than if I would have just found one from a store around here. Even though it was really cheap initially, after shipping costs and possible import fees, it would have ended up costing me even more. So that's the big issue here. We just, it sucks. Too simple. Hey, rabidmining, which AM5 mainboard do you recommend? Just for mining, I absolutely love the DS3. Let's just have a look at that. Let's go to Micro Center right now. This is the one I use. No, I don't have a Micro Center here. What am I doing? Memory Express. We're going to go to Memory Express right quick. And click on this. Hold on. I'll make my screen bigger. I just got to make sure. All right. So I'm going to put in, okay, first thing that's always here I'm searching for is B650s. So we're going to look at the B650s. I'm just going to go lowest price. And this is one of the good motherboards for AM5. And it's also one of the cheapest ones you can find. And that is the Gigabyte B650M, the DS3H. Now there's different variants, the DS3I or P or some. This one is the oh, they got some in stock. Calgary. So I live right in the middle of Calgary and Edmonton. This is obviously choosing the closest to me. 3, 4. There's 5 in stock in Calgary. I might have to make a Calgary trip and buy them all. But so they've been out of stock for a while anyway. But this is where I usually try to get them. But yeah, this is the one right here, the B650M DS3H. This is Canadian prices. I don't know what that is in USD. They're $170. That's one of the cheapest ones I could find right now. But yeah, keep in mind there's different variants. Now, when you look at the other ones, you also have to look at the memory that they support. Now, I don't know if I can actually find this. Let's see. I'm just going to copy this. Right click, copy. I want to go into, let's just go to Gigabyte. Go to compare some, because there's something I do want to point out that a lot of people miss, or they're wanting to have issues with RAM. I just want to see, where's product specifications? Where's the compare one? Oh, I don't know where I was, but you could compare the other versions like this, and they'll have a RAM speed section. Some of them only support 4,000 megahertz. Some only support 3,000, some upwards to 7,000. So you have to make sure you get the proper RAM. Now, this motherboard in general does support upwards, like I said, it's one of the cheaper ones, and it does support the, I think, up to 7,000 megahertz RAM. So like pretty much any AM or DDR5 RAM, this one will support, and that's why I really like this one. On top of it, it's one of the cheapest motherboards you can find for AM5 platform, and it has decent heatsink cooling and everything. Like, this is like the ultimate motherboard that you could get for CPU mining on AM5. So this is probably my favorite one right here. I haven't yet tested any of the MSI ones due to the fact, one, they cost a little more, but when it came to AM4 platform, I loved all the MSI motherboards. The Gaming the Gaming Plus X Max and the Gaming Plus, both of those are my favorite motherboards for the AM4 platforms. But I found that due to price and everything it supports and cooling, haven't had any issues, that Gigabyte is so far my favorite for the AM5. How much hash on your 7900X? Well, it depends on your RAM. Let's go have a quick look here. Let's jump into here, and we can take a quick peek down. So these three right here are 7900Xs. So rig 28 to 31. So rig 28 and 29, these two right here, which are doing about 18 kilohash, they got the, I can't remember the name of that RAM, but it's CL30. 6,000 megahertz of it's that Viper RAM with the RGB lights. If you guys seen that video, you've seen that. But that's what that's CL30 6,000 megahertz. And these two down here, the Rig 30 and 31, these two are actually using G-Skill RAM, the Flare X CL28 tighter timings, but 5,600 megahertz, and they're not quite hitting the same hash rate. They are about the same power. And this was actually more expensive RAM as well because it was CL28. So I still got to do a lot more testing on AM5. You know, I do want to drop the hammer and kind of order some CL40, maybe 7,000 megahertz to see if that's going to do a difference. Because in AM4, I did find that the CL14 3200, you got higher hash rate and less power than the CL18 3600 megahertz. That used more power and you didn't see as high hash rate. And it looks like in AM5 it's a little bit different here, as we're seeing the higher CL, looser timings, but faster megahertz here is outperforming and less power than the tighter timings and less megahertz. So it's almost like it's reversed. So I do want to try the CL40 now at like 7,000 and see if we can get even more hash rate and what the power may be. But that's more testing, more money. That's just pretty much burning out of it, and we just have to see how it plays out. But so far I'm liking that CL30 6,000 megahertz RAM. It's cheaper RAM too. The Viper, whatever, you know. Let me see if I can bring up my build PC part picker here. Where's my build here? We're gonna scroll in Canada, saved parts list. I'm gonna go to the 7900X. So yeah, this RAM right here, the Team Group, this is what I got in. This stuff is the one that's doing pretty good. It looks like it's out of stock here at $129, so it's about $134 each. But the G-Skill RAM was a decent amount more. I think it was $160 each. That's what I paid for them. But yeah, this is the RAM right here, the Team Group T-Force Delta RGB 32. Oh, you guys can't even see that. There, now you can see the name of it. This RAM I like. This RAM is getting me about 18 kilohash, running at 7.4 at, depending on Silicon Lottery, 0.94 to 0.97 volts, depending on your CPU there. Hopefully that answered that question. I'm gonna head out. See you around 2. Have a great stream. All right, Power Minds. See you in a bit. See you sometime. Curtis Malcolm, where is a place to get actual reliable hash rates on CPUs for different algos? Everywhere I see online is so way off, or has like full throttle hash rates. Yeah, I know. So, you know, I don't really know. I do put my testing in my CPU mining calculator right here. So as you can see, the 3900X loaded up. This is all based on my testing on videos I released for these set algorithms. So I guess in theory, go to that. Now I still have to update things. Like I don't have the full 70. Is it this one? Yeah, I don't have this one, but I do actually have them. Like I tested them. I never released the videos on some of these yet, and like I tested them like a while ago, and I just get backed up with things. So let's just go to like the Epic, for example. Is it the dual Epic? Epic 7742. So like what all do I got tested here? I still got to update. So we can see here is the dual Epic versus the single Epic, like Minotaur X and stuff. I don't think I have my calculator yet, and I don't think I released the video. Epic. Okay, I do got Minotaur X here. Maybe it was the dual Epic. Yeah, I don't have it in the dual Epic here yet. But here's all my testing I've done on these. I got pufferfish in here, Haven, CN. I did all these, but I didn't update my calculator yet. But you know, I'm not saying it's the best one because obviously I just finished saying how it's not up to date. I'll try to maybe do that today, put in my numbers. But every time I do tests like 5900X and stuff, all these things are based on my own testing so far. Right now at the 7900X, I've only tested Random X and Ghost Rider. I haven't tested Dero or anything on it yet, so those numbers here are still technically kind of blank. How's the 7900X doing by itself anyway? It looks like it is doing at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. Yada Coin's at $1.52. We got almost $2 before power. Zephyr's at $1.50 after power. $1.91 before power. Oh, looks like Zeph came up in price a little bit. It was down to 21 something. Hash rate is down a little bit as well, so that's good. Good stuff there. But yeah, you know, that's all I can really think of to show type of hash rates for some of these. It's all based on my own testing. Does capacity matter or is it just speed? Yeah, the amount of RAM does not matter. You could get the smallest sticks you can find if it's cheaper. It's all about the speed and latency of the RAM in general. I've gotten better OC with fewer sticks for gaming. There's no benefit to getting huge capacity modules. No, like the only real reason you really need lots more RAM is depends what you're doing. Like gaming doesn't really, probably the minimum now. I think gaming, you used to only need 8. I think you recommend is 8 to 32 now. You know, games do get more demanding. They're starting to go, a lot of games are moving away from the single thread performance, even though that's still the main factor in a lot of, but they are starting to use multi-core, but still high single thread performance. So now you're going to need like 2 or 3 threads of high performance instead of just the one. Intel is really beastly. Intel does defeat AMD in theory on a lot of single core performance, which is why it's still recommended for gaming and stuff a lot. But AMD is just beast mode on multi-core platforms and workloads and stuff. And they also have all that L3 cache in there. So higher RAM though, you know, video editing, running lots of screens and stuff in your background. You know, if you're running lots of programs and doing a lot of things and stuff on your PC, that's why when you would need more and more RAM. But you know, just for gaming or just for mining and stuff, you know, 32 gigabytes is good. For mining, you could probably get away with just 8, you know, 2 sticks of 4 or something. I don't even know if they make them that low anymore, especially for DDR5. Maybe they do, but it doesn't come, the amount doesn't really matter when it comes to the mining side of things. I prefer Ghost Rider, decent yield and low power. Yeah, for sure. And you only need 1 stick of RAM, which helps on build costs. So you buy a kit of RAM with 2 sticks, you know, that's for 2 builds right there if you're only planning on mining Ghost Rider. And you're not powering 2 sticks of RAM either, which is about 5 to 6 watts. Just a stick of RAM uses by itself. Any idea on the performance of the X3D CPUs? They are they're pretty much the same as the non-3D versions, unless you're mining Haven. Haven does use that extra the extra L3 X3D stuff there because it does require 4 megabytes of L3 per thread, where Random X and Ghost Rider require 2 megabytes, and then Varus Coin and everything only need like 1 or half. It doesn't even really matter. Anything can mine those coins, but the majority is only need 2. No one really mines Haven on CPUs that much anymore, but if you do plan on to, obviously the X3D CPUs will work great on them. You'll be able to use that full CPU, but you have a lot of limitations there. You cannot set voltages and all sorts of other things within the X3D. They're very sensitive to voltages, and I just finished saying earlier how a CPU is indestructible. Those CPUs really aren't indestructible because they can fry. If you set too many voltages on them, they will melt. Well, not melt in theory, like melt and turn to a puddle, but like you will wreck that V cache, that 3D V cache in there, because it is very sensitive to voltages. So I think they are locked in voltage changing anyway out of the get-go. So it's probably harder to tweak. You can't really get great tweaking. I always said, ever since the 5800 X3D first emerged and we saw testing and stuff on it, it was always say X3D CPUs, leave it to the gamers. Just roll with the X versions, non-X versions, you know, XT versions, whatever. Leave the 3D versions to all the gamers there and get just the X versions and stuff. So, you know, they perform the same, but you are limited to voltage setting and stuff with them. What's cheap in Canada? Nothing. There's nothing cheap in Canada. We get ripped off everywhere. One more. Think, what is your 7900X tune? So right now I'm running them at 7.4. Not 7.4. Whoa, that's way too high. I'm just dyslexic there. 4.7. That's the base clock. I run them at the base clock. If you move into 4.71, 4.75, 4.5, that's moving into the boost clock. It's going to take a lot more voltage. You start running into higher, less efficient numbers there. But I run them at 4.7, so the base clock, and then I start at 0.9 volts to see if it'll run and if it shuts down and work it up. I have one rig that's running at 0.945. and the other one is at 0.97, and all the other three are at 0.97. So depending on silicon lottery, anywhere from 0.94 upwards to, you know, 1 volt. If you have to go over a volt, you got very bad silicon. I do have a 3900X that I have to run at like 1.0 something voltage just to run it at the base clock. So I did lose the silicon lottery on that one. But yeah, probably a nice safe standard, you know, to be stable and stuff is 4.7, 1 or 0.97 should work for most of your rigs. I'm finding that out. And then better silicon, you can probably drop the voltages a bit more, as I do have one at 0.945. You can't get good tweak. You can't get good tweak to RAB100 2023. Oh man. Ogre FGT. RAB100 Canada. That reminds me. Have you seen Red Green lately? What about Harold and the rest of the Possum Lodge? No, I haven't. Oh, the good old duct tape. You can just make duct tape do anything, right? That was an awesome show. I love that show. But no, I haven't seen him. I think I saw him in real life though. I remember when I was in school and I was younger, I think he came and visited our school. I think Fred Penner came and visited our school as well when I was younger. And I think Paulo, you know, other kids singer, that, like, well, obviously Red Green isn't a singer, but, you know, some of the other ones. So, you know, we're just a small town, little school, kindergarten to grade 9. It was like 100 kids, 105 kids throughout the whole school. And like, we had these people come visit us. It was pretty sweet. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, anyway, no, I haven't seen him for quite some time. The handyman's secret weapon. How's the ETMC node coming along? Still operating? Yeah, they're up and running, doing good. The nodes are running 100%. I'm up in the air if I want to get more or not. The price has been coming down on the coin, and the node prices have been going up and the licenses. So, you know, I might just hold out. You know, I'm at the level where I'm like, hey, this is where I wanted to get to, and I'll just leave it at that, see how it goes. But then at the same time, you're always trying to FOMO in for more. So I don't know if I really want to do that. And I might just hold. I think I'm just going to hold out and just see how things go from here. But yeah, the nodes are running. They're doing pretty good. Thanks, Floodweiser and Rabid, for the info. Got to roll. Have a great one. All right, Curtis Malcolm. See you in a bit. Have fun. We got 147 viewers, 122 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Do we have any more questions here? We are been here for almost over an hour. Do I have anything? What's this? Oh yeah, we didn't look at any ASIC mining profitability yet. Let's take a look at that. What's it looking like today? KS3, $97. Wow. Do you guys remember this? Once upon a time ago, this said it was over $3,300. Now we're under $100. Crazy. Yeah, I find it funny too, even with Kaspa. You guys remember when Kaspa pumps? I remember someone asked the question, where's all the Kaspa people out there? So the Twitter feed just died. Kaspa's been losing a lot of price here. The block rewards are dropping. Obviously, the profitability is still super good. Like, we're green. You know, the profitability is looking nice, but it's going to keep going down unless the price keeps going up. But Kaspa price has been kind of going down slowly lately, which is expected after big pumps anyway. So, but the hype train is slowly dying down behind it. You guys notice that, or is it just me? So did it already peak? I don't know. maybe. What if we already hit its all-time high and it doesn't even hit this in the main-fledged bull run? I highly doubt it. It's gonna hit new all-time highs, but there is a chance that it might not. You got to remember, there's always a chance that we've seen an all-time high on something. Next year, we're gonna see the all-time high on probably a couple coins before Bitcoin's all-time high. So keep things on that. If you see your coin pumping, guys, it's okay to take some profits. But we see the L7 here, 9.5 is making 16 a day. That 8.8 gigahash is 14. This is at 12-cent power. X16P is saying, okay, this is saying $7. I'm curious of what hash rate is saying, because there are a lot of coins that aren't. Yeah, look at this, $22. We go from $7 on ASIC miner value to $22 on this. So the P is making some decent bank. We got, actually the P isn't really released yet, so you can't technically say it's making bank because no one has any. But we got the X16Q here is about, this is making what the P is saying, this blah blah blah. So the X16Q on hashrate.no is making what the P says it's making on ASIC miner value. So that's crazy. We got the S21, $6. That's not too shabby. $109 here. KS3 is at 109, over $100 here on this site. Interesting stuff. But yeah, who knows? Quick ASIC stuff. I am playing with Ubuntu server on CPU rig. Open SSH to log in remotely and config. Oh, interesting stuff. The numbers on that site is all wrong though. Yeah, usually. They usually are. It's always best. Use any of these websites for like a guide. Oh, that's coin's looking good. Awesome. But do your own testing and results to really determine, you know, how accurate they are, because they aren't 100% accurate. What coin do you think will be the next solid choice? I don't know. I really don't know. A lot of coins, you know, Flux obviously, like, it's not the greatest in profitability right now, but for price gain, I think Flux is going to see some big highs for sure. It's gonna break its all-time high. That's one that should break it. You know, Conflux, I don't know. There used to be a big hype train behind Conflux, and, you know, we have seen a pump happening, profitability right now. Will it hit a new all-time high? Possibly. Conflux could be a good one. Raven is pretty steady. You know, we got the Nuri AI, the Chlor, all these coins do have Nexa. We got a lot of coins, actually. You know, the majority of a lot of these coins are going to see some nice gains. So I don't really know. I think any one of these are probably pretty safe picks, but I really don't know. CPU side, you know, we got Zeph, we got Raptorium. Like what other one? There's Monero there, obviously. Monero's a funny cookie. It doesn't really see new all-time highs. It more like ties them each time. I don't think it's really ever broken too much. Both peaks it hit around the same type of high, but it'll be interesting if it broke one. You know, if it doubled up, it'd be insane. You know, maybe it's due for a breakout to come out. I have no idea. But there's XMR there. There's Raptorium. There is the Zeph. And what other major coins are on CPUs? Yatacoin's doing some stuff with all their messaging and everything going on there. So that's interesting what they're doing. Epic Cash, maybe, possibly, could get some nice steam rolling. We'll see. Hopefully, that'd be nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head all the other ones out there. I know there's more. Fully Electric, are you still stream surfing? I fell off the train. What? Giveaway when, bro? I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe next Saturday. I'm debating whether to do it as a Gleam or to do it as just like a live stream, and, you know, and get you guys to post and do a draw and stuff. You know, I'm up in the air on how I actually want to do it, but it's going to be coming very soon. I will release a video sometime this week with more details and what all we're going to happen, and who knows, other things could be added last minute. I remember back in the day, you guys remember when Panda hit like 50K, 100K and stuff, you know, he'd have his live stream, then it just keep going on. Someone would come in and be like, you know what, I'm going to donate this. I remember I donated extra ETH and all sorts of stuff to a lot of his. So who knows, maybe while we're live, someone else will come in and we could just see more and more prizes coming. No idea. But right now, all I'm going with is we got 1,000 USD giveaway coming in from Guntis there, from Mine Shop, and then, you know, I'm going to give away some 24-hour hash rate. I'll probably give away maybe $100 worth of Zeph, and, you know, we'll just go from there and see what happens. I just found out there's a town about an hour from me that has a contract. What? I can't. That stupid thing has a contract for locked-in power price and 7 cents about to move. What? Wow. How does that work? The town right beside you can get this, but you can't. It's like they have a different provider going there, and oh my gosh, that'd be insane. With 7 cent power, that's some nice power costs. I'd be all over that. Yes, move ASAP. Do it. Anyway, guys, so we've been here for almost an hour and a half. I appreciate everyone for showing up, but we are going to wrap this one up. We got some things to do. It is Sunday and busy times ahead. So I thank everyone for showing up. I will see you all in the next one. Rabid out.